Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. One of our community members sent me this article and I thought that I'd read it for you guys to give you a great example, ladies and gentlemen, of why we prep. This is actually a very disturbing article to me, but I want to share with you all. That way you understand. This is why we prepare. Cedar Springs and nearby Iowa communities still in shambles day after destructive Derecho plead for help. So this is after that, what they're calling a land hurricane passed through Iowa. And I believe another state as well. I'm not sure which one, but it's in Iowa. And as you can see here, I mean, this is terrible, ladies and gentlemen. And let me go ahead and address this really quick. Some people may look at these pictures of the destroyed homes and things like that in this area, and they would say, well, if I was prepping, my things would be destroyed as well. That is true, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen, but it doesn't mean that you should not prepare. I'm sure that not every home was destroyed. And if you were a prepper in this area and your home did survive, think of the good that you could do for your community by helping them out with not only your skills, but maybe with some charity of your preps as well. It struck with the force of a Category 2 hurricane, but without the usual days of warning and time to prepare. Monday's Derecho, the violent thunderstorm complex that unleashed winds over 100 miles per hour in parts of Iowa, has devastated scores of communities in the Hawkeye State. Cedar Rapids, a city of more than 130,000 people, was among the hardest hit areas. Dispatches from Cedar Rapids reveal a disaster zone, with damage to most homes and businesses, some severe, trees and wires down everywhere, roadblocks and hospitals overrun. This is a greater impact than we've ever seen in this community, said Jeff, the Cedar Rapids city manager. And then this tweet went out saying the conditions at the apartment complex at Westdale and 22nd and Willie Boulevard in Cedar Rapids are just horrific. And by the pictures, you can tell that they truly are. I mean, this is unfathomable to me. I've never seen destruction like this that wasn't in a war zone. An article on the self-publishing website Medium laid bare the scope of the destruction. Nearly every home has damage. Most big trees in the city fell. Most local businesses are closed. Every business is damaged. Most roads are impassable, wrote resident Ben Kaplan on Wednesday. He further described hours-long lines at gas stations, sold-out generators and chainsaws, spotty cell phone service, widespread gas leaks, down power lines in every neighborhood, spoiled food, no trash pickup, and no air conditioning in the sweltering summer heat. Can you just imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if some of these houses that survived, or most of the houses that survived, if they had a generator on hand that they can use to help their neighbors out with? What a big difference that would have made in their food not spoiling because of the lack of electricity. Downtown bricks and glass litter the sidewalks, he continued. Plate glass windows shattered during the storm. Many businesses have been physically destroyed. All restaurants lost all of their perishables. Factories are closed. Offices are closed. The economy, the whole thing is stopped. And here's some more pictures. I mean, this is terrible. Terrible. On Thursday, Iowa Public Radio reporter Kate Payne encountered a diabetic woman who hadn't any insulin in 2 days and was running out of food. Told me, and this is what this reporter said, she told me that she's thinking of eating the cat food, she wrote on her Twitter feed. The woman, she later tweeted, was in line at a food distribution event at the public library. But Payne wrote that it sounds like what she really needs is insulin. And isn't that something, ladies and gentlemen? We just talked about that on our live stream about how to put away insulin and about how to keep it in a small refrigerator just in case something like this were to happen. The storm has been blamed for 4 deaths. Man, that's terrible. 3 in Iowa and 1 in Indiana. 4 days after the freak, fast-moving storm raked much of central Iowa, nearly 170, I think it means to say 170,000 customers remain without power. About 600,000 people in Iowa and nearly 2 million in the Midwest lost power at the height of the storm as it raced from Nebraska to Indiana at speeds of up to 70 miles per hour. In Cedar Rapids, power may not be fully restored in some areas for another 5 to 7 days. As of Friday afternoon, about 2/3 of customers in Lynn County, where Cedar Rapids is located, were still in the dark. And here is the number of people that were out of power. It's incredible. It says max customers out of power at one time, 1.4 million. Total customers affected, 1.9 million. That's almost 2 million people, or customers, not people. That's customers. Those are households, or households or businesses that were out of power. Monday's storm hit Cedar Rapids and communities across Iowa like a hurricane, said this representative. Representative Abby Finkenauer, I believe that's how you pronounce it, who serves much of the state's northeast, including Lynn County. We need more state, federal, and National Guard assistance immediately to keep our folks safe and out of our hard-working local responders. After calls for help, Governor Kim Reynolds on Thursday mobilized the Iowa National Guard to assist Lynn County's recovery efforts and has declared a state of disaster in 25 Iowa counties. Speaking in Cedar Rapids at a news conference on Friday, Reynolds said the destruction was indescribable. She committed to applying for federal disaster declaration on Monday, which she said President Trump and Vice President Pence are ready to approve. This will provide financial assistance to affected homeowners and cover repairs for critical infrastructure. Man, can you just imagine that, ladies and gentlemen? Not only what we're going through now with like the shutdowns and things like that, that's causing stress in people's lives via economics, economy-wise or money-wise, but now to have to be going through this as well. Iowans have endured the unimaginable over the last 5 months, she said. A worldwide health crisis that continues to change almost every aspect of how we live, work, and interact with each other. On Monday, a massive weather event swept across the state like nothing we've ever seen in recent history. Some say the state government hasn't acted quickly enough. It's outrageous that it took Governor Reynolds nearly a week to call the National Guard when we know it will take weeks and months to recover. Well, I'm not going to read into the blame game, ladies and gentlemen. I would say that that's something that they can figure out as far as who's to blame for who reacted or what. But I just want to say that please join me in sending your prayers to these folks, because they definitely need it. And I really hope that they recover from this quickly, although I think that it may take a while for them to recover from this. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you guys I'll go ahead and leave the link to this article in the bottom of the description of this video, all the way in the bottom, if you want to go read it yourselves. Thank you again to the community member that sent me this. I truly do appreciate it. I don't get to take a look at every single email that I get every day, because I don't look at my email address and my email that often, maybe 2 or 3 times a week at the most. But when I do go through all of the email, and I just thought that I'd share this with you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, count your blessings and just be thankful for what you have, and send a prayer or your good wishes to these poor folks over here in Cedar Rapids in Iowa. Having said that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Last Prepper, and I'm out.